Filming from Gen Con 2014, I'm here with Josh Rivers, who is the designer of a game which is being released here at Gen Con. I believe it has just been released. The game is called Khrysos Hunters, and even though the game has just been released, it also already has an expansion available. So here we have the base game, an expansion, and also we have the collector's box. And Josh has agreed to tell us a little bit about the game. Thank you, Josh.
Sure. So the idea behind the game is it's an arena-based treasure collecting game. So you build a custom map using tile cards that you engage in against your opponents to be the first team of treasure hunters to collect 12 treasures. So each character in the game has their own set of skills and abilities that you have to use, and each character is balanced to one another. So you're not going to get good characters, bad characters. It's all about how you play them on the map and watching them move around and use different stealing and attacks and movements to be the first to come away as the richest treasure hunting team.
So how does it work mechanically?
So the mechanics are fairly unique. In this game, even though it's technically a card game, you don't play with a hand of cards. You play with one card at a time, and that card is your character. And each character has a list of 6 abilities that tell you what that character can do on the map.
So each character has 6 abilities. What are those abilities?
Well, the abilities are listed from 1 to 6. Each character has 6. So if I roll a die and I get a 6, I can either use my 6 ability, or my 5 and my 1, or my 3 and 4 and my 2, or my 3, 2, and 1 together. So that determines how much energy my character has, and this determines what that particular character can do with that number.
So you mean I can activate abilities whose sum is the die that I roll?
Yes.
So if I roll a 4, I could do 3 and 1, or a 4 ability.
So, but the trick is that you don't just use those. You also need it for moving around the board. So if you roll a 6, I could use my 6 ability, but I also need to remember I'm picking up treasure. So a treasure is going to appear on the 6 squares. So it appears randomly, so I don't know when and where it's going to show up. And if I was playing blue here, that means my space is here. So I could use my abilities, or I could use it to pick up treasures. So I could go 1, 2, 3, pick up 2 treasures, and then have 3 points left over to use in my abilities.
I see.
And maybe attack, and I could steal 1 from him. It's orange, so I could take a treasure. And then I have 1 point left over, and I could run away, so he can't attack me after.
Oh, you don't have to move and then use abilities when you're done. You can mix and match ways of spending points any way you want.
So the strategy comes in of how do you best break apart that number to get the most out of that character. And that your options are going to change depending on where you are, where your opponents are, where the treasure is on the map. And that's going to be changing constantly. And it also changes where which character you're using. One character's 5 ability is going to be very different from another character's 5 ability. And you're going to find that as you learn the character, you're going to have favorites. Some suit your style more than others. But if you get knocked out, you're going to have to switch characters. This is not a battle game. You can't eliminate people from the game. Everyone stays in it to the end. If you knock someone out, you're going to steal 2 of their treasure, but they're going to come in with a new guy at full health, and they're going to want their treasure back. So it's a very chaotic game, lots of back and forth, taking treasures and bouncing back and forth. The different map will change how the game is played. If it's a small map, it's going to be very chaotic. Everyone's getting everyone really close together. If it's a longer map, it's going to take longer to get from one end to the other. So more mobile characters may end up with an advantage. But the characters you're probably only going to see about 6 or 7 in the game, and there are 14 different ones that come in the base game, and 10 more that come in the expansion. Expansion also brings it up from 2 to 4 players to 6 players. So So you can do team matches of 2v2v2 or 3v3, or do a free-for-all chaotic 6-player match.
Well, that sounds great. I like the options, the flexibility, and the way you can customize actions and just use resources.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Josh, for telling us about your new release, Khrysos Hunters base game, and also the expansion is available for people that are interested.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you, Josh.
Thank you very much.